What's up, guys? It's Mike from Mike's Movie Reviews, and today I want to do something a little different with you. It is the end of January currently, and that means that there's a sale right now on Arrow Video Selections. What Arrow Video is a boutique label that puts out all kinds of different films that they procure from different studios. Widely ranges in genre. It could be horror movies, it could be action, it could be older movies, it could be newer movies. So I'm just going to show you what I have in my collection now, my recent pickups, and tell you why I like them. Please subscribe, like, and comment if you like this content, and let's get right into it. All right, so I'm bringing you down here to my video lair, aka my collection. Now this is where I keep my most highly prized collection of films. I've got a huge selection of horror movies that isn't here, but this is where I kind of keep my top shelf, if you'd call it. Now this top shelf up here is actually my entire Arrow video collection, which is what I'll be focusing on today. Just going to go through and let you know what I like, what I have in my collections, just to kind of share it with you. And why I like particular titles, if I can think of it off the top of my head. So starting over here, I do keep these in alphabetical order just because I'm like that. I'm weird like that. So we'll start over here with the A's. First one is, of course, American Werewolf in London. No explanation necessary. If you're into horror, you know this title. I just like the work that, much like Criterion does, where they go through, make sure you got some solid extras in there, make sure they make the film look good and it's in the latest quality format. So most of these are either 4K UHDs or Blu-rays, and it's got great extra content on here as well. So this is a 4K Ultra Blu-ray with lots of limited edition content. So I really appreciate this. Next up, I've got Audition. This is one of my favorite Japanese horror films. Super creepy, slow burn. Again, it was on my top 10 recommended list that you may not have heard of video. If you haven't seen that, go ahead and check that one out. The link will be in the description for that one. Up next is actually one of the first box sets that I bought, and this is Barbarella. So I was pretty unfamiliar with this film, but I like the packaging of the box set so much that this is what I wanted from Arrow Video. So this is what they're really known for, is when they do first editions of limited edition releases like this, they typically put it in a nice hard case like this. They give you the disc in a nice case, as well as some cool supplemental materials. So for this one, there was a full booklet and a poster all included. So Barbarella is this kind of cheeky movie from the 60s. Very funny. And it's meant to be a sci-fi film. I hadn't watched it until I actually bought this version of it, and I thought it was pretty enjoyable, very entertaining. A lot of weird things in here, though, some nudity and some other graphic things, but it's pretty fun time, and it's cool having it in this format and seeing it look so good. So I've never thought a movie like made in the 60s, I believe. Yeah, and this one's from 1968, and they still made it look amazing. So props to them on this movie. Looks really good. I watched it once. It's corny, it's a cheap kind of sci-fi looking movie. Barbarella, really interesting film. So I'm glad I have that one in this box set. One that I had heard about that I'd never watched until buying the Arrow Video release, actually on Blu-ray first, and now they just released it in 4K recently, and that's Basket Case. This movie's ridiculous. This is a creature in a basket. I don't want to give it away, but it's fun. It's a fun horror movie, very campy. Most of their stuff's horror that I collect in here. So the next one is Carlito's Way. Again, one of those nice beefy box sets. I like getting them when they're in the box sets because once they run out of those box sets, they typically don't make them again. So once I started collecting our video, I feel like for the most part, I do get them when they're available in the set. That way I have them if I like it. If not, I can try and sell it online or something like that. But Carlito's Way is the next one. I still have to watch this one, actually, but I wanted to grab it while I could. Next is Stephen King's Children of the Corn, and this is the 1970-something version. Gosh, I don't know. It has a movie on here from 1983. I don't know why they don't put the year of the movies on here, but anyway, 4K HDR version of Children of the Corn. This looks fantastic. I don't know why I like this movie so much, but this particular Stephen King adaptation in film form I've always enjoyed, so that's good. The other beefy box set that I got last year when I got really into Arrow is the Conan Chronicles. So this is Conan the Barbarian and Conan the Destroyer. So this is both 4Ks along with a booklet, the Arnold Schwarzenegger movies, and it is great. This is also got James Earl Jones in there. He looks ridiculous with the hairpiece that he's gone on, but This is a great restoration of this movie, and it's a pretty fun time. So I watched these; they were pretty good. Dark Water is the next film I got as a Japanese horror. I have not gotten through this one yet. I watched the beginning of it, and I want to watch movies with subtitles when I have time to pay attention to them, just so I can read them. But I have not had a chance to sit through and watch that one. I've watched so many new movies this year, as you know, by all my reviews. It is sometimes difficult to go back and watch some of these foreign language films, especially because you really have to be dialed into what the content is that you're watching to watch the subtitles. So that's going to come back another day. I hear it is extremely good, but unfortunately I did not have a time to get through that one quite yet, but I will soon. Next up we have some Argento. This is Deep Red. I just started getting into Dario Argento recently, and I heard that this was his most accessible film, like if you're new to him. And this was pretty great, so I did enjoy this one, and I like the fact that I got this in the full box set as well. And next up is, and this is where, you know, so far they're mainly horror movies, but then you get something like Demolition Man, and this is a newer release from Arrow, and this movie's always been funny to me with Sylvester Stallone and the three seashells and all that, and it looks great. And I have to watch this on this format. I haven't watched this restored version yet, but I'm sure it's going to look incredible, and I'm very excited to rewatch this one. It's been a long time since I've seen it. Another favorite genre of mine is these kind of 50s black and white film noir type style films. So I picked up The Desperate Hours because I've heard this one is very good. I still have to watch this one. And I also have Donnie Darko. And this one I have seen many times. It's a great movie. So if you haven't seen Donnie Darko, definitely recommend it. And I like the Arrow Video version too, just because of all the extras that you get. There are tons and tons of special features, and you get the theatrical cut and the director's cut on here as well. So definitely check that out. The next set is actually a box set, and this is probably one of the first things that I bought from Arrow Video. It's the Enter the Video Store box set of like very campy horror movies. So turn this the right way for you. It's like got robot jocks and dolls and arena. And I've seen Dolls and Robot Jocks. What are the other ones in here? Cellar Dweller. Yeah, I watched 3 out of the 5. That's not bad. I do have the other 2 to watch yet, but these are just complete camp. These are things that you would find in an old video store. I think this is why they did the packaging like this. They did sell a bigger version of this. Unfortunately, I got the slimmed down version, but still enjoyable movies. Now, another movie that I really enjoy is Flatliners with Kiefer Sutherland and Kevin Bacon. I need to rewatch this one. I haven't watched it in this format yet, but I just wanted to pick it up when it was on sale, so I did that recently. And another newer release from Arrow is the 2019, or no, I'm sorry, 2009 maybe? Friday the 13th, sorry, 2003 Friday the 13th. So this is a really fun movie. I remember watching this a while ago, and it's unlike the other Friday the 13th, I think, in a good way. So I thought it was really enjoyable. I'm glad that they put this one out, so I picked it when I picked it. I'm really glad that they put this one out, so I picked it up. Gosh, I can't talk today. The next one, it says Raging Fury, but it's called Heck High or something. Yeah, Heck High. I don't know why this is, sometimes they do different slipcovers that you can opt in for. So I guess this is cool. So this is like the original artwork, and then they do their own artwork. So little things like that. And sometimes they also put art cards inside of here too. Let's see what this one has. Yeah, so we've got, it looks just like a post, or no. Yeah, it's like artwork and a little booklet inside of this one. So that's cool. Sometimes they do postcards or art cards, they call them in there. And so that's pretty neat when they do that. This is a 80s horror, thriller, slasher type movie. Nothing special or out of ordinary. It's just like, I don't know, it's just fun and campy. So I got this one too. And it was just a Blu-ray, so it wasn't super expensive or anything, because when they're on sale, they typically go on sale a few times a year, and it's 50% off. So most of the Blu-rays are around $20 or so, and then the 4Ks, depending on how big the set is usually 30, 25 or $30, something like that. So they're really affordable when they're on sale. And the sales are always at Barnes& and Noble, and then Amazon typically will copy those sales. So when they're on sale like they are currently, you can also check on Amazon and get them there. But I highly recommend supporting your local Barnes& and Noble. They do a great job there for me. I know I go there all the time, and it's an enjoyable experience, and they're very knowledgeable. So I like to support them when I can. All right, then we got the remake to Last House on the Left. I do like picking up horror movies, and I can't resist a good Arrow horror movie, so that's why I got this one. And the next one is Lover's Lane. This is the one with the guy with the hook with the car. That whole story. I don't think I've watched this one yet. I know it's so weird. I always get so mad at people that I watch doing reviews of what they have in their collection and they haven't even watched it yet. But it's like I genuinely have not had time since I've picked some of these up to actually sit down and watch them, and it's very upsetting to me. But I promise I'm going to get through these soon. You tell me in the comments, like, out of these two, Lover's Lane or Last House on the Left, which one should I watch first? Anybody? I'm open to suggestions here. Or if you see another one on here, you're like, man, I can't believe you haven't seen that yet. Let me know. The next one, see this they're kind of all over the place because now we're at Mallrats, the Kevin Smith film. So I watched this one years ago, and I haven't seen it in a really long time, so I haven't watched the Arrow version yet, but there are tons of limited edition contacts. There are tons of limited edition contents. There's a theatrical cut. There's an extended cut. All this stuff on here. One that I did watch last year when I got this was Reanimator. I'd never seen this one before, and I heard the soundtrack was very reminiscent of Psycho. I totally get that after watching it. And this was a fun watch, so I do recommend this one. If you don't have it already, or if you can check it out, give that one a shot. And then we've got Ringu. So this is the Japanese original of what The Ring was based off of. I mean, if you've seen the Americanized version, it's pretty similar at the beginning, at least. This is another one where I've started it so many times and I have yet to finish it because I fully want to immerse myself in this movie. So I'm going to sit down and watch this one this year. This is part of my homework. This is why I'm showing you all this, so you can help hold me accountable to watching all these, because I really do need to. The next movie I did sit down and watch actually the day that I bought it because it sounded so weird and interesting. And it's called The Stuff. It's about this like white marshmallowy substance. It was wild. It was wild. I loved this movie. It was so much fun. Way better than I thought it was going to be. And highly recommend picking this one up. This is just a Blu-ray too. So not too expensive. Highly recommend it. We got another Argento. This is Torso. I have not finished this one. I have started this one. Oh man. And then this one came out, I think, last Halloween. And that was Trick or Treat. I'm so glad that this finally got a 4K treatment, and I'm so glad that Arrow did it because there was some cool stuff in the packaging. I don't want to give it all away, but I'll show you a couple of things. First of all, the disc art looks so cool. You got Sam there on the disc. And then there are some art cards in here as well. So you got some cool visuals here. Actually, I can bring it up here. You can see. So pretty cool. And there's a lot more in here too. So I do recommend this one. This does look great. I have watched this one since picking it up. It's a great watch, especially around Halloween time. So that's fun. And I picked up Tremors and Tremors 2. So Tremors, unfortunately, I just got outside of the limited edition. But Tremors 2 I got in the limited edition. I'm actually kind of mad I didn't get the first Tremors in the same box kit anyways. But I figured I might as well grab two while they still had it available. These are fun movies with the sandworms and all that craziness. It's been a long time since I watched them. Of course, I need to rewatch now that I have these cool versions. And we've got Weird Science, which I have not seen yet. And The Warriors, which I started but didn't finish. And then Witness. So The Warriors and Witness both are, again, in these chunky box sets with the cool book and the disc. So these are some that I have to get through. And then during this sale, I really only picked up one film. I was going to do two, but I heard they were having issues with the cell. So I think I'm going to hold off on that one. But the one I did pick up is Inglourious Bastards. And I'm excited to watch this one. I have not seen this one in a long time. So I'm very much so looking forward to watching this one, along with all these other films, along with all the other new movies I'm watching this year. So stay tuned for that. I just wanted to give you a brief overview of what I have in this collection. Another time, let me know down in the comments, and I can show you the other parts of my collection. We've got these bottom two shelves are actually all Criterion down here. And then I've got a huge horror collection, and I've got a steelbook collection and an action and thriller. I just have way too much. I just love movies way too much. So that's been it for today. If you like this kind of content, again, please subscribe, comment, like. It really helps me out. Thanks so much for helping to get me to 1,000 subscribers. It's awesome. I'm so thankful for all you guys for sticking around to the end and watching. Let me know if there's something that you like that I haven't picked up yet, because I definitely want to check out things that I haven't seen before. And if you have any recommendations, please let me know. I'll respond to your comment. I read and respond to every single comment. So thanks again so much for your time, and I will see you at the next show.